Hey everybody, so in this video, we are going to be adding bold and kind of not really adding, but exaggerating some thin lines. The reason why we're adding these bold and then exaggerating the thin is to give the illusion that certain areas are darker than others. This is going to be up to you because nobody will see your reference photo, so you can just kind of choose parts that you feel should look darker or kind of have more of like a focal point to them. We're going to start with our contour portrait. We're going to get to our gesture portrait at a later date. This should be kind of fun and easy. Shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to pick a few areas. I'm going to pretend that the light, like a kind of a light, is shining on him from this direction. So that way, this part here will be the darker part. If you need a reference, you can even kind of like mark where the light comes from. I'm gonna grab a pencil. I would recommend doing that because then you can erase it when you're said and done. But we're gonna pretend that there is a sun over in that corner and kind of go from there. So with that said, his chin area down here would be a lot darker. The way that you can bold a line, a contour line, is kind of mark the whole area of where it would be, and then you can go fill it in. It still counts as a line once filled in. Don't think of this as coloring. Think of it really as just drawing a really thick line. But that way, I feel like that's a lot easier than literally drawing the same line over and over again. And already this area looks darker just literally with that one part right there. Now I want to continue that into his beard. With contour lines, though, here's the thing. We only want the lines. So what you don't want to do is go draw a bunch of little, like, squigglies for beards or hair. It's just the outside lines. That being said, that's kind of, like, weird to think about or hard to do because, yeah, like, even right now as I'm doing this, I want to go in and draw kind of, like, hair texture, but I can't. What I can do, though, is this bottom part of the beard, this bottom right, would be hit by shadow. So I'm going to go and make this area a little bit of thicker lines than the top. Like that. You can try to have it transition nice. So where it kind of like gets a little thinner as it goes. You don't want it to be like super abrupt. That way I have kind of like a little bit of a nice flow there. Also, I would have to do that with the beard as well, or I'm sorry, the mustache part of his goatee. Some of the darkest areas in here would then be his neck and the collar of his shirt. So I can go ahead and make these very thick lines. Like that. Bold would be the more art term for this. So if I say bold, I really just mean thick. And the other big thing too, when doing contour, it's so easy to want to, like, for me anyway, to like scribble and go back and forth. I'm really having to focus and like kind of almost tell myself, don't do it. Inherently, I want to draw with gesture line. So for anybody who's like me, contour will be a little more difficult, require some attention, anywho. All right, and then we'll have this. Also, your lines can have a little bit of break in them too if you want to. If you have a complete absence of a line in a certain area, think of that as like ultra white. Like there's a super beaming amount of light in that area. All right. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of this so the video doesn't take forever. In the Schoology post, though, you will see my final rendition. So for the rest of this lesson, use your time as you see fit and touch up the contour lines by boldening some, leaving some ultra thin to provide, sunlight and then shadow. All right. Have a great day.